Islam. We're at the mother right here. Live with your main man, Brother Tunes. What's up? What's up? Islam. We're at the convention to cater our nationality. Islam. Islam. Streaming live. Islam. 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 Long time no see.
No. Good to see you.
Islam ain't your man fight. Islam. First I rise, give praise to Allah, and honor to all true and divine prophets. The last prophet these days in town, prophet known as Ali. Islam. Islam, boys, it's very important that we know where we at. Because you got to understand what comprise a nation. Islam, the people, the territory, and the law. And law govern all events. Now you know you're not no Negro, black or colored, American Indian, Hispanics, Latinos. You're Moorish descent in this hemisphere. Islam.
Islam.
You know, as the prophets say, the Moors inhabit the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. All right, the sister made a point in mentioning the great prophet and
Where can I get one of
president,
those from?
the Archangel Abraham Lincoln. I know y'all didn't hear that, did you? What is a prophet? Word of Allah manifested in the flesh. And what is an angel?
Islam.
Word of Allah manifested
You have one
in
of the
human
sheets
flesh.
for the Jubilee?
Prophets come to
He's a sheik. I'm a
guide us.
deputy sheik.
I'm talking about the sheets, like the paper that I see the brothers and sisters with.
Sheik's, I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
who has them.
You can pass them all out. You can ask one of the muftis. Look for any of the brothers that got a tag around their arm, or brothers.
Abraham Lincoln. It's a
it's up.
synchronicity.
You have any of those extra
Abraham
papers?
Lincoln and Prophet
No,
Noble
this is a
Ali.
long personal. I'm trying
This
to
is
Oh,
why
okay.
the
do a count.
Europeans to Abraham Lincoln up at the wall. What were they saying? I'll tell you what they were saying. Moore's law. And what law is that?
Give me
The
5 minutes.
Constitution. As the sister so nobly put, it was 35 Moors and 20 Anglo-Saxons. Don't the private ancestors get back into the constitutional frame? All right, that's where the business is being done. As the sister said, we got that behind us, and we got the council in front of us. And that's why we're here today, right? For every 30,000 of us registered, nationalized, naturalized, whatever words you want to say, whatever, however you want to put it, you send your representative to Congress. That's constitutional law. And that's what you got to be concerned with, because law governs all events. So briefly, can I get you brothers to hold this map up for me? Give me two brothers from the audience. Islam.
Islam.
These seats are for people who need to sit down. Because you got to know where you came from. Right? Abraham Lincoln called this part of the world Egypt of the West. Now, was he speaking metaphysically? Was he speaking geographically? Or was he speaking metaphorically? Or was he speaking geographically? And upon examination of the record, chapter 47, page 57, you'll see that he was speaking geographically. That your home, the fathers are in our land. Islam,
It's
through Negro, black, and colored, right? You have been replaced in the Congress. If it's 500 of Europeans in the Congress, it's supposed to be 500 or 1,000 of us here in the Congress. Islam, that's
Islam.
very important because law governs all events. If you ain't got no law, or if you don't know what the law is, I don't care what you call yourself. You're still a Negro, black, or colored according to that degree. Islam. So let's go to chapter 47, page 57. Islam. Give me
Islam.
a second. Islam. Egypt, chapter 47, page 57. Egypt, the capital empire of the Dominion of Africa. The inhabitants of Africa are the descendants of the ancient Canaanite nation from the land of Canaan. All right, you don't see no Negroes, blacks, or colored. They come from the land of Canaan, right? Islam. Here's the land of Canaan right here. In the ancient world, it went all the way up into Turkey. Islam.
Islam.
Old man Cush and his family are the first inhabitants of Africa who came from the land of Canaan. It is a time period in the age after the flood. Islam. After the flood, they repeopling the world. Islam. His father Ham and his family were second. Then came the word Ethiopia. Now the word Ethiopia don't refer to a person. It's a demarcation line, right? So the Greeks and the Italians call those Asiatics in that part of the world Ethiopians because they was what? Something divided in the mind, Mo. In the mind. Islam. All right. Then came, all right, we read that, which means demarcation line, dominion of Africa, of Mexico, the first true and divine name of Africa, dividing on the land between the Father and the Son. The dominion of Cush was northeast and southwest, right? That's going all the way up in here. Right here's the demarcation line. All these people, if you talk to the Afghanistans, the people in this part of the region, Hindu Kush, that's who they descend from, Kush. Islam. And northwest and southwest was his father's dominion of Africa. That's this part over here. Right here's the demarcation line, and everything this way, westward, you're in Egypt of the West. In other words, Mark, that's what I'm trying to say. You're not in a European country. You're not in France, Ireland, Germany, or England. You're home all the time, but we're not acting like it. Brother so nobly demonstrated the gift. Islam. We
Islam.
got to demonstrate that gift. That's unity. So what's this thing that's keeping us apart? It's agents in the temple, Mo. Right? It's agents in the temple that's keeping us apart. And you gotta get rid of the agents. Right? Now in the land in later years, many of their brethren from Asia and the Holy Lands joined them. So wherever the Asiatics were, and the different places, Buddha, Confucius, Zoroaster, they came. Why? Because we had what was called the Congregation of Holiness. We met in the ancient world, Islam,
Islam.
and we gave praise to Allah for days. This was the science. Now, why was we put out of the Congregation of Holiness? Because we didn't give our brothers no sustenance and sustenance when they came to travel. We were put out of the congregation and was not let back in until the 10th generation. That was a serious violation. So the prophet is telling us that you are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians. We got to cut it out, boys. Stop being niggling, right? Let us turn this thing out. When we were children, we thought like children. We acted like children. We did childish things. But now that we older and we fiduciaries as this boys corporation, like the tall brother there so nobly demonstrate, The prophet was on time. That's why he set the corporation up, right? So we can navigate at this time that we in now. But what the Asiatics got? They ain't got nothing. They're still being pushed by civil rights. Civil rights, man. It's being pushed by civil rights. That's another form of slavery, like the sister demonstrated. When they assassinated the prophet president, the archangel, Abraham Lincoln, they created the 13th Amendment and two sections, the 14th and 15th Amendment. You had another European gang, right, taking over us again, the radical Republicans, when they assassinated the prophet president. Islam, that's very important, Mo. That's very important because you're home, right? All right, now it says the ancient Moabites from the land of Moab who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit northwest and southwest. Permission. Permission means charter. They got a charter. Didn't the prophet hand you down a charter? To do what? Why did he hand down the charter? What was the purpose for the charter? Islam, Mo. The purpose for the charter is a record, a lawful record, that what you're doing is lawful. What you're doing is legal. Islam, that you have a right to proclaim your nationality. Just proclaiming your nationality is not just saying you're born Somali. You got to proclaim the land and you got to proclaim the law, because law govern all events. Our forefathers was at the Constitutional Convention of 1787. That is the true union. Islam.
Islam.
Now remember, some of our people is marked with Negro, black, colored, some with American Indian, etc. So they split the nation up, but the prophet came, he called, come on you Asiatics, and learn the truth about your nationality and birthrights. Islam. Now it says the Moabites from the land of Moab who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit northwest Africa. They were